NIMC, not too many people in the higher cadre, but many Nigerians seem to get confused about what your mandate, is. Please, can you throw more light on that?
I think a better way to put it is to say we've had problems of how to identify ourselves in a reliable manner in Nigeria. You've heard of issues connected with the people they describe as the Oluwoles, who can provide an illegal type of identification document and things like that. You can go to a cyber cafe or a business center, you can readily produce a means of identification that they call photo ID. All of these have culminated into one major problem, that there is no reliable way of identifying yourself that is generally acceptable. But there are some that we, in the absence of any best or better one, we still have to accept. Recently, the central bank said the temporary card by the INEC it should be accepted by banks. All of these means of identification are themselves not a secure form of identification, for the simple reason that for you to confirm the identity of an individual, whatever identification token that he presents must be one that you can cross-check.
You just said that because the distinguishing factor in your kind of registration is that we can get back to verify, and some of those things I've talked about can be verified. What really is the differentiating factor?
One thing that is common to all of these various card schemes is because there is a focus on the issuance of identification card. And we are saying that that focus must shift, or you must de-emphasize. Otherwise, everywhere you will see card. It is not unusual for you to have an ATM card from the various bankers where you have bank accounts. But you need only one. Most of these cards are issued by different authorities. It is possible for multiple identities. So our mandate is to first provide that basic, unique identity of the individual.
If you say what differentiates your card is that you can verify later, those issued by NCC, they also have databases that you can also fall back into to verify who are who.
You need to distinguish between basic statutory responsibilities and operational imperatives. For NCC, for instance, to update the data that they have collected. It's not. Why? Because it's not a primary responsibility. It's not even the primary responsibility of the telcos that are involved in it. That is not their core competence. It is not their, it's something they outsourced. And if you want to regularly, continuously do that, that is a cost item that will add to the cost of doing business in a negative manner.
One thing I'm very, very much interested in, that is the security of this registration exercise. Globally, is a major task, it's a major headache. We have seen that thumbprint is no longer 100% foolproof. We have also seen iris, being cloned. We've seen identity theft every now and then. What have you put in place to ensure that all of these things, do not happen?
There are three basic things about identity theft management and identity management generally. Number one is you need to have an infrastructure that is robust in terms of the firewalls, the security protocol, what you have done to ensure that intruders do not unduly and through cloud or whatever technology access that is possible. Access your data or your infrastructure, your system. The second one is to ensure that those that you work with and those who work on the system with the infrastructure are people whose integrity you can vouch for. The rules of engagement are clear, and you don't really need to reinvent the wheel because there are several of these out there. And so what you need to do is make sure it is customized to a point where when you come in, for instance, it's your biometrics that allows you into the data center. And before you can do anything, there's a password, there's a procedure for logging in. Once that procedure is breached, there's an alert that is triggered somewhere. And the information security manager on duty at that point must do something. If he does nothing within a certain period, another alert gets triggered to his boss. And the chain is such that unless everybody has been taken care of by these hackers or smart people who want to achieve that identity theft, somebody somewhere must know.
We have an experience in the industry where the ATM card that were given from the bank, we're just told to sign the paper, we don't read, we take it. But if you take care